Honestly, it was a huge awareness for me. I had no idea that regularly when I exercise, how short my breath was, because this was challenging. I mean, I can see how it's an art form and that it takes practice. But then whenever I really focused on my breathing and slowing it down, I feel like I got more oxygen, I could go longer, and yeah, I really appreciate that awareness of the breath. Second of all, starting with intention was huge. And the fact that you provided those intentions to concentrate on allowed my mind to focus. It just brought me back. And then focusing on the breathing and my posture brought me back physically, as far as like, okay, oh wait, I'm out of alignment here. I need to come back, ground myself during the practice. So yeah, no, I had a great time. As a physician, I often recommend, what are you doing for exercise, or what are you doing to feed the soul? And frequently I get not much for either one of those questions. So this is a great way to have both of those things. It was 38 minutes? Like, obviously not. No, definitely. Wow, I didn't know I went that long. Yeah, I think I was just so focused on those intentions that I wasn't thinking, when is this going to be over? So yeah, no, that's great. I think that this is something that so many people, really everyone can do. And I love being able to say, hey, I can do this again. It's not one of those workouts that's like, okay, I survived, now I don't have to do that anymore. This is like, okay, now I actually want to see how can I take it to that next step? How can I challenge myself? Definitely it's unique, the fact that you're able to kind of kill two birds with one stone. Really. And it just, in such a short amount of time, you can meditate and then also exercise and feel good and feed the body, the mind, and the spirit. Definitely in the naturopathic world, we focus on not just disease. We want to know, like, what's causing the disease, what's the underlying root cause, and how can we support the body. And the vis medicatrix, which is the healing power of the body to heal itself. So this, definitely it fulfills that spiritual need to be mindful and to be present, and but also, has to exercise, to breathe, and and just making it part of your routine. So I frequently see patients with fatigue. I'd say that's probably the number one symptom that patients come in complaining about. So we need to get the body moving. We need to get this blood flowing, the lymph flowing, and this is a great way to do that. So definitely for any patients that's feeling fatigue, fibromyalgia, those that have a difficult time figuring out where to start, and I think this is a great place for those patients. Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. Any sort of depression, or those people that just want a healthier mood, just want to be happy and be more present. Including with depression, also anxiety would be a huge benefit for those patients, especially with any sort of anxiety attacks. So often when we're really anxious, we feel out of control, and the one thing we can control is our breath. And so if we just stop in that moment and just focus on our breath, and especially with the techniques that you teach us with the quantum gliding, I think that would be excellent for those. I felt like I could just, I keep going, kind of, I was surprised when it ended. I was like, oh, it's over? So yeah, definitely that oxygen, and then realizing what I had been doing previously, how I could have felt not so good afterwards, or exhausted, and now I feel good. The compression breaths definitely was one of those things that took it to the next step. At first, I'll admit it was a little challenging. So just being okay with it, that I wasn't able to do it perfectly the very first time, but it's okay, and taking that judgment away allowed me just to be like, okay, actually, wow, I did it better this time. So one thing that allowed me to take the judgment away was that it was just me, and I really liked the fact that it wasn't someone else kind of yelling at me saying, you need to do better, or having those expectations. I think too, for those people that don't exercise frequently, having that I think just realization that it's okay. It just makes it attainable, like, hey, I can do this. This is something that you can start now. It's not something that you have to plan for down the road, and it's a practice. So you have to start somewhere, and this is a great opportunity to start here, and then based on your own skills, you can take it that much further. So it's just about starting. That's a good question. I think it's for me. And doing something for myself. This is a time that I can say, okay, put my cell phone down, I'm not on the internet, I'm not doing anything else, but I'm staying here present, and it's for myself.